Let's get to it.
Yeah. Yeah. What it do though? You are now tuned into the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. It just so happens to be a great one. We are now on episode 40 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. It's a great feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody out there in the land. Everybody out there in YouTube. Shout out to everybody out there on Facebook. Shout out to everybody out there in Twitter. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitch, man. You know what I mean? We all over, man. Doing it big, man. You know what I mean? So I want to shout out y'all, man. We in here, man, for a great show. I hope y'all in here ready to get to it, man, because I know I am. You know what I mean? You know how we get started. Let's go, man. Yeah, the Areola Roller Coaster, episode 40, man. You know how we do it, man. I wasn't ready to rhyme yet. Young Steezy, man, I'm going like Offset, but I ain't amigo. I'm just trying to do my thing, and it's legal. Never been illegal. I might be lying, but that's just to the judge. I'm trying to do what I do, and I do what I does. You know what I'm saying? I'm like killing. Young Steezy, man, I come up on 1 million. I do it by myself. I don't even need no feeling. I don't even need no people around me. Know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it how I'm getting it. Yeah, you know how this shit go. Young Steezy on the mic, man. I rap like a pro. Young Steezy on the mic, man, in Lextown for show. And I ain't even playing with them. I'm ready to go. 4-0, that means 40 of them. From the start, man, I'm from the oven. That means I'm hot, man. I'm ready to go. I'm like bacon and I'm ready because I'm come from the stove. It's like, yeah. Let's get to it, man.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate everybody chiming in right now, man, tuning in, man. You are now rocking with the Areola Roller Coaster podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where, we do things like talk about titties and their effect on the economy. And we when we see a set of titties, we go, wee, you feel me? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man, watching from wherever you watching from. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you ain't on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube later, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you get notifications and you don't miss out on everything that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been a lot going on, man, and it's a whole lot to talk about, man. So I don't really want to waste a whole lot of time. I want to
Let's get to it.
get on into it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody knows. Everybody saw by now. If you got social media, if you got cable, if you got a Fire Stick, you know what I'm saying? If you got people that meddle at work, even the white folk at your job have asked you already, man, have you heard about the Puff Daddy situation? They still call him Puff Daddy. We call him Diddy, P. Diddy, you know what I mean? Sean Combs, you heard about the Puff Daddy situation? Like, you know what I mean? So, everybody's talking about the Puff Daddy situation right now. And if you don't know, Puff Daddy, his properties, a few of his properties across the country have been raided by the feds and Homeland Security. And a lot of people, if you don't understand how, the feds work, then you don't understand how serious of a situation that is, because most of the time feds and Homeland Security, they don't even start their vehicles up until they have concrete evidence on whatever it is that they're going to look for. You know what I'm saying? So they went and raided his cribs, and now, they doing their investigations with whatever evidence that they done collected, man. And it's not looking good for Puff Daddy right now, man. And if that's whatever they trying to convict him of, like sex trafficking and all that kind of stuff, if he really did that, then he's gonna get what he deserves and whatever's coming to him. At the same time, I don't think it's fair to the public and everybody else around that has to suffer because of his his inability to act accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like he's irresponsible in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all have to suffer. We all have to suffer because of his irresponsibility. And what I mean by we all, like me and you, we have to suffer because what do we do with our shoulders when special delivery comes on? You automatically Harlem Shake to special delivery. Even if you don't know how to Harlem Shake, you do your best rendition because your shoulders is going to do it anyway. Your shoulders is gonna bop to it anyway, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. Listen. I'm from Kentucky, but when special delivery come on, I am from Harlem because I am gonna Harlem shake. Now I mean, word is bond, kid. For real. What are we supposed to do when that comes on now? Because you know they canceled all of R. Kelly's music. You don't hear R. Kelly's music no more. Listening to R. Kelly, it's almost like you got to sneak and listen to it, just on your own time. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me we can't hear, take that money, take this money. Ain't no way you could do. You mean we can't listen to that no more? We can't listen to that. A registered voter. Give me some baking soda and a quota. Better blow straight at the water. I'ma play the game till it's say out of order with the oxymoron. What? We can't. Come on, Puff, man. We can't play. We can't play. Let's get it. We can't. We gotta cancel. Let's get it, man. We gotta cancel. We gotta cancel. What is it? I forgot, man. It's so many Puff Daddy jams that we gotta cancel now. Like if we doing the same thing that we did to R. Kelly, then we can't listen to no bad boy music no more. We gotta cancel Whoa. We gotta cancel Whoa. What in the club? We gotta cancel Whoa. Bro, listen. We gotta separate the man from the music, bro. Cause I don't know, man. I'm telling you now, I am all for the punishment of whatever it is that he did wrong. I'm all for the punishment of it. But if special delivery come on, listen, does it make me a sex trafficker if I Harlem shake to it? Does that make me a sex trafficker if I Harlem shake to special delivery? Because I don't know what to do past that point. Them is jams. You know what I mean? Jamel said he donated all his Sean John to the Salvation Army. You should have did that anyway. What are you still doing with Sean John? That's suspect. What are you still doing with Sean John on? Justin Freeman, what up, though? Richard Johnson, what up? What up? Corey Mitchell, what's happening, man? Antonius Mitchell, what it do? Richard Johnson said, what was the top 3 items found? I mean, now that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe they found, you know what I mean, maybe they maybe they found one of the shiny suits from the Mo Money Mo Problems video. I don't know. I don't know what they found. But you know, the way that they talking, man, Puffy was a wild guy, man. And I'm just not understanding. I'm not understanding, bro. Um, I'm not understanding. I guess just, you know, they say if you think that money ain't changed you, then it means you just ain't made enough yet. Because I don't know what it is. It ain't enough money out there to make me have access to the finest women in the world, J Lo and you know all of these chicks, just Cassie and all of them. You got access to the finest chicks in the world, and you opting for bussy. What? What? How you opting, bruh? They said Diddy was on freak mode at all times. Like he asking grown men to spend the night. He was talking about, yeah, you coming by the crib, you spending the night. Wait, whoa, what? What? That would listen, man. That would break my heart because I would sit there and think that I got, you know what I'm saying, I got something shaking. You know what I'm saying? My life's gonna change, my career's gonna go up. I'm with one of the biggest stars in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's on. You know what I mean? They did Bad Boys of Comedy. If they said, Starks, we want you on Bad Boys of Comedy, I would have been gun ho. And then he would be like, hey, you trying to spend the night at the crib? Whoa, wait, what? Huh? Spend the night for what? spend, spend the night for what? That would have hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way I'm gonna pack a spend the night bag and go over a man's house. It ain't no way, bro. I'm not spending the night over Puffy's house, bro. Ain't no way. He's a, and it's a weird play because how freaky do you have to be, right? How freaky do you have to be? How freaky do you have to be to not be satisfied with women anymore? It's nothing wrong with being bisexual. It's nothing wrong with being, you know, gay. What I'm saying is, how freaky do you have to be to where you like? I want to have gay sex with people who aren't gay yet. Like, you know what I mean? I want to do the nastiest stuff to the people. Like, bro, what is going on, man? Like everybody's starting to speak out against him. The one chick in the shooting that got hurt in the shooting with that Shine went to jail for, she said that Shine wasn't even the one that shot her. It was Puffy. I said, he's a gay gangster. He's a gay gangster. He's just in the club shooting everybody underhanded. Pow, bitch. Pow. Pow, pow. Oh, Diddy, Diddy is a gay gangster, bro. Like, what is going on, bro? What? Man, that is bad news, bro. That is bad news. He said, "What if the trafficking was the special delivery?" Damn it! Yeah, you might have a point. Doom, 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 doom. A 12-year-old. Like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Rob Cheese said, "No, Diddy sounds lame." Hey, that's your personal opinion. To me, it's hilarious, and my opinion matters way more than yours does. So that's what we were. That's what we rolling with. That's wild, man. Ricky Divine, what up, man? He said, "Can't wait to rock the merch on my cruise next couple weeks, man. Salute, 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 man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?" Lucky says, he got you linked in on it. I ain't got nothing to do with none of that. None of that. No, sir. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. Listen, I am a level one. I said it last show. I am a level one freak. I do the basic 4 positions. I do the basic 3 to 4 positions. You know what I'm saying? I am a level one freak, bro. I'm good with just doing it the basic way. I ain't trying to role play. I ain't buying no outfits. You know what I mean? I ain't doing I'm talented enough where I don't need none of that. I can get the job done at level one. You know what I'm saying? They on some different type stuff. They want to, you know what I mean? They want to do it in the deep freezer. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? It's not that deep. Like, they want to jack off with a welding glove. Like, bro, y'all on different type of time. Why, why, why is this catcher's mitt so oily? Like, I don't need enough money to where I'm sticking my meat in the catcher's mitt. I just, you know what I mean? I don't need that much money. I aspire to be wealthy just like anybody else, but I don't need enough money to where my mind changes and I feel like my meat needs to go in a in a first baseman's glove. Yo, that's different type of time, man. That's different type of time, bro. That hurts now that we can't listen to special delivery no more. We can't listen to Jagged Edge and none of that. We can't. Anything that comes on is just weird, man. At least our you can't say that. It just ain't gonna come out right. That ain't gonna sound good. Like I say, at least R. Kelly was on women, but that's bad. That don't make it no better. It's like Diddy, you know what I mean? You associated with being gay. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough, bro. Von Link said he was shooting with his pinky out. Fa, fa. Period, 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 period. Take that, take that. Period, period, period. Yo, that is deep, man. That's deep, man. Because it's like it's different now. Anybody that's associated with Puffy, you got to realize anybody that associated with Puffy is suspect at this point. Like, because if it was people that frequented Puff Daddy parties, and a lot of them talk about it, and they say the A-list of A-list celebrities were there at all times. You know what I'm saying? And it's being a lot is being revealed. I thought Cassie was fine as hell, man. Like, Cassie is fine, bro. And to have her being like a sex worker, where you just have some randoms run up in her, and she's just running trains. She letting dudes run train on her while Puffy sit there and beat his meat with a welding glove. This is wild material right here. You got to understand. This is why I've said this in so many podcast episodes that dog, being a celebrity doesn't seem fun. That doesn't seem like a good time, bro. You got to think, dog, for the rest of Diddy's days, it is people that's never going to live this down. They are never going to live this down. I think it's hilarious when people talk and instead of saying pause, they say no Diddy. Hilarious. Even if he beats these charges and gets found innocent, it's a wrap. Do y'all think he can release music past this point? It's over. Executive produced by Sean Diddy Combs, bro. We not listening to that. I like women. No Diddy. I like women. We not listening to this, my boy. Listen, bro. This is deep, man. They said, I think this was on CNN, and that's a trustworthy source. Not to say just because they say it is true, but they were saying that Puffy at his mansions, he had surveillance cameras, hidden cameras in every room. So when his parties was going on, the freak offs, he was basically everything was getting filmed. So that film was featuring A-list celebrities, athletes, politicians, movie stars, like you know what I'm saying, actors, actresses. And these are all people that's taking place in these freak offs with who knows who, and it's all been recorded. So in the coming months, it's going to be a lot of people being exposed. A lot of people is going to be exposed from this, and careers is going to change. Careers is going to change drastically. Like if you notice, the silence is kind of deafening from people who are normally opinionated. The only person that really sharing big opinions on it is 50 Cent. That's the only person who's sharing, like, he's talking his talk. 50 Cent is the only one. You ain't hearing nobody else talk. If anything, you hearing people defend it. When a black man is down, everybody try to kick him. When a black man is down, everybody try to kick him. When a black man is down, everybody trying to kick him. Shut that shit up, because it ain't even about kicking a man when he's down. It's about everybody has in some way, shape, or form became a fan of Puffy, and to realize that he's the villain, it's like, hey, what do you expect people to do? People's going to act irrational, especially in this internet age. Justin Freeman said Diddy and Ja Rule got a hotel room together and they was caught by Ja Rule's security guy. I don't know. I don't know, man. But that's weird. That's weird. Like, to just be like, let me see if I can convince this dude to be gay. And it's like, even though he has a dream of making it in the industry, I'm going to make his dream come true if he let me clap his cheeks. Like, what? Like, bro, you had J-Lo, bro. Like, you had Jennifer Lopez, bro. You know what I'm saying? Kim Porter, even. First baby mom, Kim Porter. Cold-blooded. We talking about Cassie and all these, man, listen, it is so wild, man. I got so much to read on this part, man. I ain't even want to get into that part yet because it's a lot. It's a lot to digest, bro. Like, you see how easy it was for Young Miami to say we go together real bad, and then he was like, for real, yeah, we own that. Diddy didn't waste no time. He's clapping them. We going on a trip and we clapping these cheeks. We going on a trip and clapping these cheeks, man. That's what's wild. They said Diddy do coke. they said Diddy and JT or whatever her name is, they be snorting powder. All that. This is what you got to realize. I'm gonna find it right now, man. Hold on. so so basically it says sources with direct knowledge um say that um they say that Diddy and Paul Brendan on the tarmac were told that subpoenas were fired off by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, um, and they running an investigation. They said subpoenas will also be issued to commercial airlines, possibly the FAA, just in case Diddy opted for commercial flights instead of his private jet. As we reported, the Fed's goal here is to find out who flew on Diddy's dime and where they went. They are not only looking for alleged victims, but also any potential witnesses who could support or dispute allegations of human or sex trafficking. Yo, they are on his head. Because they was talking about when they raided his crib, they seen the jet went to another country, but Diddy wasn't on the jet. So now they trying to get all the information of who was on that jet. You know what I mean? Let me see. They say the feds, when they raided, they collected a number of electronics, including phones and cameras from Diddy's homes, associates, and private jet. The feds said the civil suits against Diddy, including Cassie's, is what launched the investigation. You have to understand, we just didn't decide on a whim to search his homes. A federal judge had to sign off. This isn't a witch hunt. The feds claim that specific people that Diddy allegedly communicated with are that they are looking for additional proof of. This includes photos, emails, texts, itineraries, and more. The officers said they are getting a lot of cooperation from alleged victims, and Diddy hasn't been charged with anything while the investigation is underway. However, the officer said he is free right now to do what he wants, but he is aware that if charges come down, we'll get him wherever he is. Yikes! 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 Yo! Hey, bro, let me tell you something. I knew that Diddy wasn't kind of trustworthy. It wasn't even, him getting everybody with these bad contracts. What got me was during the pandemic, in the pandemic where everybody was going live and you seen Diddy and Khaled for the first time without their hair colored and you seen how old they really was. And I'm like, oh shit, that nigga Diddy old. I'm like, oh shit, look at Khaled. Khaled looks like he owns a marathon. Khaled looks like he's trying to give you 10 on pump 3. And it just let me know, I'm like, bro, y'all really old and y'all still out here running around like y'all 30. Y'all heading towards 60. And y'all running around out here like y'all 30 with parties and boats and yachts and vacations and you know what I'm saying? Y'all running around like 30-year-olds. Y'all was doing this 20, 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And that's wild. That is wild. Those names is going to come off of that footage, off of those computers, off of them cell phones, and off of them pictures. Bruh, it's going to be so many people that go down. That's why people are lawyering up, getting themselves prepared, because they went to them Diddy parties and they know it's real. I'm going to read. I'm going to read, man. I'm going to read off of one of the I'm going to read off one of the documents from the court case. I'm going to read off one of the documents from the court case. Malcolm said he used to assume Cassie Cat smelled like ocean spray cranberry juice. Now he don't know. So, all right. So basically it says, on another occasion in Miami, Florida, on Thanksgiving night of 2022, Mr. Combs asked Mr. Jones and DeForest Taylor to enter the studio bathroom. He then asked him for a $100 bill because he wanted to do cocaine with him. Mr. Jones was scared, but luckily he didn't have a $100 bill. So Mr. Combs waited till a little later to do coke with Young Miami. Later that evening, he required Mr. Jones to solicit sex workers from the booby trap on the river located in Miami, Florida. Mr. Jones did so, and Mr. Combs forced him to engage in unsolicited sex acts with these workers. Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would ensure the wiring, funds transfers, or cash payments to sex workers. Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, Brendan Paul, and KK would also be responsible for ensuring payment to sex workers in cash. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs sex workers and receive payment via wire transfer from Robert Greenhill, which outlined defendants' ongoing criminal operation. so young Miami, so young Miami ended up doing cocaine with P. Diddy. Hey, bro, listen. It's a reason. It's a reason why a lot of people be popping and then they stop popping. Like they stop. They not popping no more after a while. Like it's a reason that occurs. It's a reason that happens because some people just know how to say no. Like Jay Farrow said, he said on the one podcast with Desi Banks and Waka Flocka, he said, man, make sure you stay. He said, like the thing about fame, he was naming off things that people need to know about fame. And one of them was make sure you stay away from the take that mansion. He said, make sure that you stay away from the take that mansion because it's a reputation to be known that it is some of the stuff that is going, it's some life-changing things happening in there. And a lot of that stuff that's life-changing ain't going to be for the better. Malcolm said, trust me, doing cocaine and trying to fuck is a waste of time. Yo, listen, this is a wild play, bro. Like you had an accountant sending funds on a monthly basis, like employees, to people just to have sex. Bro, I'm just not that horny, cuz. I'm just not that horny, cuz. Bruh, I ain't paying $40 for coochie. Y'all wiring $250,000 to people. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what is really going on? You know what's crazy, man? You know what's crazy is a lot of the people that, like I mentioned earlier, that's in Diddy's circle. A lot of the people that's in Diddy's circle is having to answer to everybody because it's like everybody you've been around Diddy, so people want to know what's up. Like right now, Farnsworth Bentley is looking super suspect right now because Farnsworth Bentley was kind of what is it? He has some tangy tendencies to him. He was kind of tangy, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna disrespect the man, but he was kind of tangy. Farnsworth Bentley was kind of tangy. You know what I mean? You brushing lint off his shoulder and holding an umbrella for him in the rain, and then all of a sudden you disappear off the whole bad boy imprint, never to return. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to make it make sense. Farnsworth Bentley was everywhere Diddy was, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But they talk about said Tish said you're not a drug addict. You damn right. So I don't know how that play go. I don't know, man. I am I am re- I am regular freaky. I'm cool with all that extra. All that extra. I don't want to have a party just so I can have sex. Like I don't need that. I can I don't need that. I'm cool. I'm gonna be the lamest celebrity on man. Yeah, all right. I'm good. It's people that purposely avoided Puff Daddy parties though. And what I was saying is like everybody's having to answer these questions now. And now that we in this podcast age, a lot of people's getting asked these questions on podcasts now ever since this stuff came out. One that I seen was Ines from Making the Band. A lot of people associated with Making the Band. Ines was probably one of the more prominent ones that whose career like went longer than others. because I mean, Enes is still underground considerably right now. But people that's deep in the underground realm know that Enes still be battling, still be getting it in, you know what I mean? So, and still can rap. But this is his recollection of, you know, him at the Puffy parties, man. So let's see what he's talking about.
Parties or been to his parties, the infamous Diddy parties that everybody talks about?
I've been to the parties, but like I said, I don't know. They select you. You're selected.
Be more descriptive.
I'm
What
gonna
you
be
think.
more selective. You have to fit a certain description. You have to fit a certain mannerism for you to be led down that hallway with the door.
Whoa.
Yo, no, don't do that.
I'm giving it to you real. You have to fit a certain description, a certain mannerism, a body type, a type of mannerism, a type of mentality for you to get
hold on,
led down that
hallway. Somebody said the pretty looking boy.
Time out.
Wait a minute.
Time out. What I want to ask you at that time, like why? Why am I being excluded from this? That didn't like raise your antennas of that?
Let me keep it a being with you. The way they attack you is through photo shoots and video shoots. They send in the stylists. If you're getting your hair braided, one of those two guys might be not the way you think they should be. And if you're showing them the most love and yippity-yappity with them, that's the battlefield. That's where they see, oh, he had a lot of rap for the guy.
Right.
He's one of them.
All right. Lay it down the whole way.
Look, I ain't gonna. You ain't
in the group. Who you heard? Who you heard?
You thought Chopper went down there?
Yo.
Oh my God.
Yo. They talking about Puffy got a hallway. Bruh, do what? Do what? Yo, that is wild. That is wild because you at a mansion, you see the A-list of A-list celebrities, and all of a sudden, one by one, they start disappearing. And I've heard people talk about this like they've been at a Puffy party and opened the door and seen something they wasn't supposed to see. Two prominent A-listers kissing, men. Somebody getting cracked from the back, men. Yo, listen, bro. That's why I always tell people always be like, bro, you gonna make it, you gonna comedy, you gonna do. I said, bro, I'm not in a rush for none of that because new levels is new devils. And I know that I might end up fumbling the opportunity because I stand on business. You know what I'm saying? It's like I might fumble an opportunity because I'm gonna stand on business. I'm gonna pass all that up. Ain't no way, bro. I'm a father. Hell, you talking about? Ain't no way. I'm just not the person that's wired like that. Like if I don't rock with you, I can't be fake and act like I do. Like I can't. Like my body will not allow me to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so with something like that, I wouldn't be able to act like, you know what I mean? I couldn't do it. Ain't no way. Malcolm said, I wonder what happened to them girls from Danity Kane. They quiet. Well, the one girl, Areola, she ain't stopped talking. She ain't stopped talking since she got kicked out of the group. She been on Diddy's head. So now this is a time where she's rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? You know? Like, this is a thing. You know what I mean? This is a real thing. Like, everybody's having to answer questions now, man. This is Willie Taylor from Day 26, man. Listen.
Say they found the porns in the house, and the box was labeled "Take that, take that." I was like, man, hell yeah, he robbed us, and we want our fucking money. God damn it! Now he did rob us though. I ain't bullshitting about the robbery, but hey, man, he in a bit of a pickle right now.
Daddy.
It's funny, but it's still, I don't know. I don't want to laugh at no shit while some shit happening, but hey, motherfucker say Diddy had got on a jet and got the fuck up out of there. That shit funny as hell to me. I was like, man, you got to find a surveillance camera. Diddy had jogging to that bitch.
Yo, listen. I know that it has to be so painful because Diddy's been popping for at least 30 years at this point. 25, 30 years, give or take. To be popping, to know any and everywhere that you go and show your presence, people are bowing at your feet, basically. People want to take pictures. They showing you love. You could just be in a blacked out SUV, roll the window down and say what's up, and everybody's going to go nuts no matter where you at. Now, you can't even walk out in the streets without somebody saying something to crack your soul in half. That got to be a daunting feeling, my boy. Like, that got to be a daunting feeling to know that you was the man and you done took the biggest fall from grace. Now, I mean, it could be anything. It could be a blackmail campaign. It could be people that knew the secrets and wanted to get paid and he refused to get paid. So they they leaked out this information. Who knows? But I don't think it was just Cassie. I don't think it was just Cassie. I think he was living foul, but he wouldn't be in safe with how he was acting towards people. So you can't live foul. You can't live foul and still be a evil type nigga towards everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, you know what I mean, they're gonna clean you up. You know what I mean? 11-11. Lucky time frame. But it it's wild to see. Because at this point, bruh, Diddy music gets no play in the ride. It really don't have to be a conviction just yet. It's just almost like if you listen, you're in support of what it is that he do. You know what I'm saying? I listened to Special Delivery on the way over here. I listened to Let's Get It on the way over here. And it's like it almost seemed like taboo to listen to because at this point you ain't supposed to be listening to it. So it seemed like it was jamming that much harder. And I'm just like doom 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 doom. I'm like, ooh, like they was snapping in there. And I'm like, bruh, we can't even, you know what I mean? You would never picture things to happen like this with people like that. You would just never picture it. I mean, the whole dynasty, bro. Like, think about it. Black Rob died. Craig Mack died. Biggie died. G-Dep went to jail. Loon went to jail. Shine went to jail. Mace left and couldn't get out of his contract. You know what I mean? And Mace was off the radar for 8 years, about 5 to 8 years. He was off the radar because he was under contract with Bad Boy, so he really couldn't maneuver. Then you had Day 26, you had Danity Kane, you had Making the Band. Nobody in those entities could thrive alone because of the paperwork had them shackled to Puffy. So everybody was good within his confines, but they couldn't branch out and be their own person. Nobody. Chopper tried. Ness tried. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you got to think about this. All of these people tried. The women in Danity Kane, they were good. I don't see how another record label couldn't have made them be just as good if we making people off of American Idol legends, which they are, and they earned everything. Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia, Kelly Clarkson, Ruben Studdard. If them people can be legends in their own right, those people from Making the Band and Day 26 and Danity Kane, the same thing could have happened, but they was attached to what it is that was him. So if you believe in karma or not, I think this is like a prime example of how the timing of karma works. Like, he had to sell all his shares of Revolt. Like, bro, he's basically a non-factor. I don't know what it is that he's going to make money on besides music, but I mean, who's going to listen to it? All the entities, all the businesses, he was trying to sue Diageo, the parent company of Ciroc. He had to drop the lawsuit because of this new case. You ain't got no ground to stand and pay attention to that now. Now you on trafficking. You got drug mules. Like, you know what I mean? Think about that. You got you got you got all of this stuff. You had a school you had to disassociate yourself from. You had a charter school you disassociated yourself from. You're no longer affiliated with Ciroc. You sold all your shares to Revolt because your name being attached to Revolt now brings down the value. That has to be a hurtful feeling. This is worse than hell right now for Puff. This is worse than hell. Like, this is worse than hell, my boy. Puffy going through it. He wake up every day with his stomach hurting. Phone full of messages and emails. You can't even, sex ain't even fun no more. At this point, you done had so many freak offs and it done came back and bit you. Now you don't even want no action. You don't even want no action. You know what I mean? Lamar said he's gonna have to pull a Machiavelli and change his whole appearance. He gonna come back as Duff Patty. Like, bro, come on. We know it's you. Hey, yo, that's deep, man. Said finders and grooming like Cassie. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird, man. Cause like with Usher as a child, he wanted him to move in or something like that. And I just always felt that as a weird play. Like I don't care how much music we making. You know what I'm saying? If my son was a child star, my daughter was a child star, you're not moving in. Like they was trying to get conservatorships with children. Like, you know what I'm saying? And none of that stuff makes sense to me because it's you acting like this still can't occur with just being with things being how they normally are. Like, you know what I mean? We gonna see how it pans out. That's all I know. We gonna see how it pans out, and it's just gonna turn out and be what it is, man. Richard said, "What makes you laugh can also make you cry." Listen, man, I am a I am a not to make this about me, but I am a living testament of seeing what makes you laugh can make somebody cry. You know what I mean? I'm watching that with my own eyes right now. You know what I mean? When I went through the court, nothing to do with this, but when I went through the court system and went through my whole situation, for those that know me, they know what I'm talking about. But when I went through my whole situation, I lost a lot of money. And it wasn't that it was money. It wasn't money that I had. If you know how the law works, you got to find the money. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't money that I just had on deck, but I had to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I lost it basically. So whether it's in assets or, actual, money, I lost a lot of money and it went to a person who basically took advantage and extorted me. Right. And it was kind of it was a bad feeling to know that, how, like, if you ever had your car broken into or your house broken into, you have that feeling of just, you know what I mean? Like you feel taken advantage of, that feeling. Well, I had that feeling for a while, but then time changed, right? Time passed and all of that money that I had to give up and got took away from me, that money is no longer in the bank account of the person who took it. They spent it all. So you have nothing to show for what you took. Now you're back to square one, and now you shot all your bullets out and you don't have no more ammo to use. So now the karma is now you back to square one and you low key need help, but you have nobody to get help from because you used your last lifeline, and to watch somebody sit there and be in the struggle and now have to like gain relevancy in some way, shape, or form is basically, same thing. What makes you laugh can make you cry. You know what I'm saying? You had the bread. I think losing the money is worse than not having it at all. To get a lump sum of money that you really didn't have to earn and then lose it, that hurts worse than not having it at all. So, I can relate to that part. And I think Diddy's like actually he's living in that right now. He's living in raw karma. And that's just allegedly. I'm not judge nor jury, and really however the play goes, I really don't care. But from just the way it's looking, and from just not everybody's lying. It's too many celebrities done spoke up about this. Everybody's not lying. So if this is the case, and a lot of people got taken advantage of, then you got to pay the piper. You know what I mean? When karma comes and wants its just due, no matter where you at, it's gonna come collect. You know what I mean? And this is one of them cases. You know what I mean? This is just one of them cases, bro. I'm watching karma come collect as we speak, man. The person who got me for large sums of money has nothing to show for it, and they looking worse than before, and that got to be a hurtful feeling. You know what I mean? Because what it is now is at one point they had more, because of me, they ended up with more money than they had ever in their life, right? And to run through that money, you go run through it easy because you did nothing to earn it. So it's just easy to spend because it don't have a value like that. But to turn around and me end up having me having probably 3 to 4 times what you got in the bank right now after you did that to me, is just karma working at its best. You know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, that's just a feel good story on its own. So for those people who was done wrong in this situation, they gonna feel good. You know what I mean? They gonna get their justice and just due for whatever it is. And I think Puffy tried to play Cassie, man. You know what I'm saying? Puffy got cocky, thought he was invincible, and got him. You know what I mean? And 50 Cent ain't 50 Cent ain't holding no punches. 50 ain't holding no punches on Diddy because um 50's baby mama, I don't know her name. 50's baby mama is part of who they said in the documents was a sex worker. Like 50's latest kid, the woman that is by, I guess, 50 started messing with her and she started messing with Diddy and she became one of the sex workers on the payroll. So, 50's petty, so he's teasing her. He said, you moved a mile away in hopes of having another baby with me, but I was busy. So you moved back and then started receiving money from Brother Love. Now we here, little sex worker. So she gets online. And she posts a video of her crying. And then she tried to make it seem like 50 Cent he don't take care of his son and he was abusing her. Like now she's trying to get at him. It's like, nah, it's too late, fam. It's a picture of you and Diddy holding hands. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? Hey, 50's on their head. 50's on their head. But it's a whole lot going on, man. And I don't know where it's coming from, but it's a lot. All the way to the point where the girl that he was talking about, his baby mama, for some reason, Stevie J took it upon himself to get at 50 Cent because I guess he rocks with Daphne or something. You know what I mean? So hold on. Let's do it.
This what's good, man? You and your feelings about Daphne? Cause she would gang them? Or is it that you sucking little Rod dick? However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis? Curtis!
Listen, man. Not Stevie J though, dog. And listen, what y'all need to know is when Stevie J was saying that, the whole time he had on a V-neck. Nigga, I am not taking you serious. You or that V-neck. I am not. I am not beefing with nobody whose collarbone is exposed, boy. You need to go to the hospital. You might have pneumonia. You got 90% of your throat out giving threats, bro. Chill. Come on, Stevie J, man. You got 90% of your throat out, bro. Yo, that's wild. That is wild. Now Stevie J won't fight 50 Cent. He's talking about, let's do it on TV. Let's do, his lips. Let's do it on TV. Bro, go ahead on. You got on a V-neck and a do-rag. Go to bed, bro. What are you doing? Tell me, let's shoot the fade. Let's shoot the fade. Bro, you are 50. Take care of your children. Stevie J, you are 50 something, bro. Go take care of your children, bro. He won't fight 50 Cent on behalf of another man. What is going on, bro? What is going on? Oh my gosh, dog. You want to fight 50 on behalf of Puffy because he talked about a girl that you don't have no relations to. Bro, what? This is, dog, listen, famous people are miserable. Famous people are not having fun, bro. Famous people are not having fun, bro. Look at that. Will Smith said some real stuff, man. Will Smith said something. He said it's crazy to be in a space where you've paid and you've bought everything there is to buy. You've had and experienced everything that it is to experience. And he's like, it's wild to realize that it's nothing out there in the world that exists that can make you happy besides, what you got on the inside. Think about that. It's like you've been successful for so long. Anything that you wanted, you got it. From cars to houses to trips to, he did stand up once. He wanted to skydive. Anything that you wanted to do, you did it. And to realize that at this point, knowing that you can do that whenever you feel like it because you're rich, none of it makes you happy now. You got to actually sit down and concentrate on being happy internally. That's wild. And that's where these celebrities is at with it, man. That's where these celebrities is at with it. Like it's wild. It's wild to see, So with that said, we probably need to take a consensus vote. Are we still listening to Special Delivery when it comes on? Because I just don't want to be the only one Harlem shaking by myself. And everybody, look at him, he's weird. You know what I mean? Because I feel like Special Delivery still needs to be listened to. You know what I'm saying? That is a bop. You know what I mean? That is a bop. So, let me know. I need to know what's really good with that. And peace to prayers and peace to everybody that was affected negatively by this whole situation. You know what I mean? Justice for those who was done unjustly. And if Diddy's innocent, then free Diddy. It just I have no dog in the fight. I have no evidence besides what's on the internet, so I can't say that that's fact. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people be doing research. You ever had those people who are just researchers and they always feel like Google is the all-seeing answer to everything. So that if they see something on Google, they say that they researched it. And now they're trying to debunk whatever theory that they're debating with you about because they saw it on Google. You know what I'm saying? It's same thing goes with the Baltimore situation. You know what I mean?
Let's get to it.
With the Baltimore situation, you've heard about it now. The Baltimore bridge collapse where 1:30 in the morning they had a container ship that lost power and ended up running into the bridge and causing the bridge to collapse. And they said that 6 people went unaccounted for, and they still ain't found them, or something like that. And prayers to them, prayers to their families, prayers to everybody that's affected by that. And thank God that it wasn't, a busy day, because they said that's a major part of people's commute to wherever they're going in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So, thank God it didn't happen at a time where it would have been, thousands of people. You know what I mean? But you got people out there now that everybody's trying to chalk it up to conspiracy. Like everybody saw the video and people's like, well, if you pay attention, people doing the deep take and trying to analyze everything. If you pay attention to the video, then you see right here, boom, what is that? That's an explosion. Boom, what is that? That's another explosion. This thing wasn't an accident. They actually organized this in order to make it happen. And it's like, yeah, you can tell that you so smart that you dumb, because you forgot how electricity works. If you got a power line, a line with electric current running through it, and it breaks apart and touches metal, it's going to arc, causing a spark. At nighttime, an arc causing a spark is going to look bigger than it would in the daytime. So you thought that was an explosion. Well, if this whole bridge is illuminated, that means that in order for the lights to work, you have to wire the bridge up, right? So when the bridge is wired up and it falls apart, it snaps the wires apart, you're going to have arcs and explosions because some stuff that ain't supposed to be happening is happening. But instead, you want to make it a conspiracy, and now somebody's behind this. That just don't happen. How does that happen? Bro, come on, man. We've been living long enough to know that stuff that ain't supposed to happen be happening. Like this, for instance. You know what I'm saying? It's always the conspiracy theorists. It's like, bro, this doesn't make you more intelligent. I went to school with you. You was dumb as a box of rocks. Now all of a sudden you got knowledge and game on conspiracies and all that, bro. Come on, talking about do the math. You don't know how to do the math. I was in math with you. You start crying because they asked you what 2 + 2 was, and you said Florida. Oh, we're talking about conspiracy theorists. Chill ass out of here, man. Prayers to everybody with the Baltimore Bridge incident, man. You know, we always think of stuff like that when you go over the bridge. You always think like, what would I do if the bridge broke and the car hit the water? Like, and you just don't know. It's no real way to prepare for that. There's no real way to prepare for something like that happening, and that's just wild and unfortunate, man. Like, and to realize like whoever that shipping container company is. Like, bro, they could get stupid sued. They could get sued. You know what I mean? Like, they could lose a lot of money or insurance or however it works. Somebody's going to lose a lot of bread based off of that. And then these container ships, what's in the containers though? Because I'm sure this was like stuff getting exported and shipped out and whatever. So it's like the commerce side of it is upside down, and that's a whole lot that took place that quick, man. You know what I mean? It can happen just that fast, So prayers to them, prayers to the people in Baltimore. Hopefully they're able to rebuild and get it back up quick and, basically go from there, man. So, yeah.
Let's get to it.
In other news, I know everybody done heard the Kendrick Lamar Drake diss, Drake and J. Cole diss. And I ain't gonna be long-winded on this because I'm just one of the few that I wasn't super impressed by it. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm a bars dude. People that know me know that I'm East Coast music heavy, lyrical music heavy. And it wasn't it wasn't all that to me, bro. Like people, it was cool. It was K-Dot. Like it was hard, but it wasn't like he didn't. It's like I think the hardest line was, the Big 3 line. That was hard. But everything else was like, all right, you know what I mean? That was cool. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, Metro Boomin snapped on that beat. And I'm like, bruh, that's 3-6 Mafia. Who the crunk is in this motherfucker? Folks on the left. Who the crunk is in this motherfucker? Folks on the right. That's 3-6 Mafia. Who the crunk is? Who the crunk is? Who the crunk is? Who the crunk is? That's 3-6 Mafia. Even the snare drums is 3-6 Mafia. People that know that know. But everybody else is like, oh my God, the beat is so. I'm like, I've heard this beat before. I heard this beat in high school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Drake it wasn't all that. It was cool. You know what I mean? It was cool. I heard the Future Metro Boomin album. I gave it one listen all the way through. It didn't catch me on the first listen. It was cool. It was some bops on there, but it wasn't like, oh man, this is a classic. I'm like, I gotta give it a second listen to see what really, locks in with me. But right now it didn't lock in, man. You know what I mean? It ain't locking in, man. Devin said, I thought that was the Fraser boy break the law. It's 3-6 Mafia has such a heavy influence. 3-6 Mafia and Memphis has such a heavy influence on the world right now. They got people in Japan juking, in Hong Kong. They juking overseas. They doing all the Memphis steps, and that's the stuff Crunchy Black was doing in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Now that's way overseas in Japan and Hong Kong. You know what I mean? So it's like Memphis got a heavy influence on all that, man. But I say all that to say that the I heard the diss and it was cool. It was mid to me. I didn't think it was like nothing crazy. I've heard better disses. It was K Dot being K Dot. It was at that standard. It was it was all right. I guess. But your boy Kanye decided to post.
Let's get to it.
Your boy Kanye decided to post and he said, everyone knows that I watched Kendrick on No More Parties in LA. Everyone knows that I watched Drake at the Free Hoover concert. Everyone knows I brought Adidas into this culture and I took them out. Everyone knows Lotta Dimna, Virgil, Jerry, Kim all work for me. I made Yeezus Dark Fantasy, Pablo Graduation Throne, 808s. I made Runaway Devil in a New Dress, Father Stretch My Hands. I'm the only person to come back to number one after cancellation. There is only one GOAT. I stand with me. My friends call me Ye. He didn't tell a lie. Now, I don't know about the Hoover concert thing because that was nothing that, that wasn't nothing that we seen. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that with my own eyes. So I don't know about the Hoover thing, but everything else he talking about is true. But yet and still, you know what I mean? You dress like a locked Mortal Kombat character. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out if you do that, then be that. He did take Adidas to the height that they at right now. He did that single-handedly. I give him that. But at this point, you kind of beating us up with it now. You keep wanting to talk about what you did and you're not doing nothing. You keep coming out with this weird music. Like all your music now has 7 beat changes in it. And it's like, bro, okay, get back to the Kanye doing Kanye type stuff. It's like everything is so combative now. That's why I say it doesn't seem fun to be a celebrity, bro. These guys look miserable. Kanye had a Balenciaga mouthpiece on and kept his mouth open so we could see the label that said Balenciaga. So what? A $600 mouthpiece. So what? It's like these people keep hitting golf balls in the same water that we trying to keep our head above. You know what I mean? I don't care, bro. They be pulling up in the Phantom. It's like, bro, we saw those already. I was in Miami. I seen so many Phantoms and Bentleys. I could have cared less. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But that looks like a lot. It looks like a lot to drive. I know I ain't ready for none of that because I don't even like how much it costs to service regular foreigns. Mercedes, Jaguar, Benz, BMW. Like I don't even like a set of oil changes 180. What's going on? So if I'm appalled at a $180 oil change, what makes you think that I give a rat's ass about a Phantom? So what? Who cares? I think Kanye is no longer satisfied off of earning accolades the regular way. He thinks that the more irrational stuff that he does and people follow along with it, the more power that he has. It has to be something like that because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like you have a following and I don't think he maximizes it because he does such stupid. Now the Yeezy pod is the stupidest idea on earth. Why would you do that? After coming out with the Yeezy 350, the Yeezy 700, the Yeezy 900, like to come out with these cold shoes and then release the Yeezy pod. Like, bro, what? Why? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just me, man. You know. And I mean, Kanye ain't lying, but I mean, you telling us stuff that we. So what is true? So what? You made all of these songs. What about now? What about today? Like, you talking about the past. Let's talk about now. You've accomplished all these things, and all of these white designer guys still have you jealous and making you feel like you ain't accomplished nothing. Because every time you have an interview, you talk about Bernard Arnault and the CEO of Louis Vuitton, and you just keep talking about all of the stuff that don't matter. Make a beat, bro. Rap on it and release it. That's what we want. We don't care about all that other stuff. You know what I mean? They bored, bro. Just bored. Enough of celebrities, man. I'm tired of these niggas. Enough of them. Enough. I've had enough. I think the gender wars are taking us out, bro. Man versus woman. Gender wars got us going crazy because women are saying stuff. Women are saying stuff, and I'm looking in the comments of these posts, and they really be believing what they saying is okay. For instance, it's a lady that did a video on Instagram talking about a time she was at a club, mentioned that she bought herself a hookah and 2 drinks, and a man approached her, interested. Said he sit down and conversated with her, and she was uninterested in him because he didn't buy her a drink. Now that puzzled me because I'm like, yo, you have 2 of them. So what would you need an extra drink for? One just to prove, like somebody got to spend money to prove themselves to you? Check it out, man.
Still playing with. Imagine a man meeting me in this dress and still playing with my time. This man saw me walk in the lounge last night, left his seat to come sit beside me.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you something. This is a dark-skinned girl with baby blue contacts in the eyes. First of all, that tells you a whole lot right there. But let's continue.
Watch me order a hookah and not 1 but 2 drinks. Whole time talking my ear off begging for a date. And didn't pick up the check. Baby, this was the date. So no, you can't have my number because the only thing that passed the vibe check was this dress.
Listen, ladies, don't be this guy. Don't be that girl right there. You walking into a bar and feel like instantly somebody owes you something because they interested in you. Like, how weird is that for you to think that somebody owes you? Like, you saying he didn't pick up the tab. That was your tab. You think he came in the club to spend money on random women? Like, where are we at mentally? That you think interest come from him buying something. So what if he did pay for it? Then what happens? He gets to go on a second date and spend money again just to prove that he likes you? Like, I really want to know this. Because this is the part that baffles me. You talking about he begged you for a date. He probably asked you more than once. You consider that begging because you want to dim his light to make yours brighter. I'm not picking sides. I'm just stating facts. If it was a man going the other way, I would call him just as corny. If you bought yourself a hookah and you bought yourself some drinks, why would you expect somebody else to pick up the tab if that's what you wanted and y'all just met? Like, that shows how disrespectful you are, and bruh dodged the bullet, in my opinion. Because if it's about money this early and he got money that's disposable like that, when y'all get together and the first time that he does something and it don't go your way, he's cooked. You taking all that bread. He's cooked. Jalen Green with Drea Michelle, the minute that he rebels on whatever her thought process is, he's cooked. Bruh gonna have to go for 60 like Kobe every game. You hear me? He's cooked. I don't understand why women go into a place and say, if you're interested in me, You need to pick up my tab. What? I'm in here vibing. I didn't come. You a bill. You a bill. To what benefit is it to me to pay for your tab? And I ain't even talking about sex or nothing like that. Because if that's what it is, I'm paying for your tab just to have sex with you. You're a prostitute. You're a prostitute. I spent money to have sex with you. You're a prostitute. If I'm spending money just because I'm a good guy, not only am I a good guy, I'm stupid. I'm dumb as a box of rocks because what? I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm different. You know? These women, I don't know, man. It's like certain women on the internet, they just go to talking and they agree with each other and it becomes the standard. Like you have to spend money in order to even make progress with them. So then it's like if you don't spend, you don't like them. If I'm not even in a relationship with you and I'm already $500 in, just imagine when we get together what it's going to be like. You know what I'm saying? What if I'm saving up to buy a house? What if I'm saving up to buy a car and I ain't got $400 to just throw away? I don't get a chance to talk to you, be interested in you. You know what I mean? Make it make sense. Johnny said, and why is it only black women degrading black men? I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. I don't have the answer to why they always degrade us. But the only thing that I could think of is they know that they have an audience that will agree. If I start talking stuff about a black man, I got an audience that will agree with me and help me tear this person down. Because at some point in their life, they've experienced some type of, mishap, at the hands of a black man, I don't know, man. And you looking at me thinking I'm going to spend some money. I am a comedian. I have nothing for you. I am a comic. And we the money we make is spent before we get to the crib. You hear me? We go do a show. That money is already deposited and spent before we get to the crib. So you better bring your own drink money, man. It's a group of women talking about. I'm going to play this audio from a group of women talking about how if a man sends them $30, they're offended because that's not enough money for lunch. Like if he sends her $30 for lunch, she's offended because that's not enough. You can't make this up. Listen to it.
So he knows I'm going to lunch.
He knows you're going to lunch.
He knows my vibe. He knows how I like to move, and he only sent $30.
Yeah. I'm not going to bend over backward for a man that is just sending whatever he can, or, if he's not going to be my boyfriend, number one, but if I'm talking to him, next time I'm out and he says, oh, you need something for lunch, I'm going to tell him, it's okay, somebody already sent me $100. So he know that
you're going for the next time.
Yeah, you got to, because it's better, like you said.
Okay, if we're being completely honest, right here, right now, we've all eaten lunch for $30.
Yes,
let's start
100%.
Wait,
cute little cafe spot, baby.
I'm getting lunch for $17.99.
I'm going to snap us and get something popping,
but we're not saying that we're ungrateful.
Right.
Food is food on the table. However, you know what the standard is.
Correct.
Me in that situation, handling it with grace. Thank you so much, baby. I'm so appreciative. I'm going to still take a picture of that bill and I'm going to send it to him. Thank you for the 30. That was the tip. Here's the bill. What's up?
Also, men, if you know that you cannot give $30 or if it's hard for you to give, then you need to date within
Don't
your...
date.
You can date. No, you can.
Do not date.
But date with the woman that, number one,
date.
does not have that expectation. Or number two, is in that range that will love and adore that $30.
Yo, listen. Think about how toxic that is, bro. Think about how toxic that is. A man goes into his bank account and sends you $30 and say, lunch on me. And you say, that's not enough? What are you eating? You big back bitch. What oh my God. What are you eating that $30 can't cover? What are you eating that $30 can't cover, bro? You talking about a man sends you $30 for lunch, and you talking about that was the tip. Where are you eating that for lunch? It's Wednesday. It's no way your bill is $200, $300. If you paying 10%, you giving $30 tip. What is going on? Where you work at to where you giving $30 tips midweek? Where do you work at? I'm trying to figure this out. The one chick said if a man sent her a $30 cash app and said lunch on me, she would send him a screenshot of somebody else sending her $100 and say, don't worry about it, it's already covered. You ain't upset nobody but your father. Hell you talking about? You ain't upset nobody but your father. Send it back then. What are you talking about? What is going on, man? Where are the traditional women at? Where are the traditional women at? Because this new generation is sick. If you're not spending money, then you don't get no play. Like, what are we talking about? $30 is not enough to eat lunch? The girl said, you know what, $30 is enough to eat lunch. I know, but I can get some da-da-da-da-da, and I can go here and da-da. So why don't you just do that? Because it's not about the money, it's the gesture. He didn't have to do that. He wasn't forced to do it. That's just a good sign. Like, if you send a man a $30 cash app and say, lunch on me, that man could run through a wall for you. He could run through a wall for you. She just spent $30 on your boy. He could send pictures of his food to the homies and everything. Y'all get a $30 cash app. Y'all put it in the group chat. Look what this broke nigga sent me. What? Sending the man that sent you a cash app in good faith, like, I'm doing this for you just to make your day a little bit easier. And you send them back a cash app from somebody else that's $70 more. Like, what? I mean, I don't get it, bruh. I don't get it. You know? I don't know, man. I don't think the men versus women battle is ever going to end, because the women talking in this way, they really think that they're right. I'm looking in the comments and they like, if you all you got is $30, then don't date. What? What do you mean don't date? You mean I can't be interested in you because I done fell on hard times, or, I just finished school, so now I'm gonna come up? Like, all of this takes time. Even with them finessing niggas, you wasn't finessing people right out the gate. You had to grow into this finesse. What are we doing? I'm sick of these chicks, man. That's why hey, listen, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just too much.
Let's get to it.
It's just too much. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, man. Caniac Chris said a bunch of birds. Facts. Big birds. Type birds. On God. Big birds. It's wild to digest. If I send you $10 instead of 30, that means that's all I have at the time. So even though I don't have much, I'm sending you what I got to add on to what it is you buying. Lunch on me. Hopefully this helps. A real one's gonna be like, thank you, because you didn't have to do that. And on top of that, it just goes to show anyway that if you sending cash apps to buy them lunch and they send you cash apps of somebody else, they think you a sucker anyway. So they just did you a favor. You paid $30 to get somebody out of your life forever. Just take it like that. You paid to get them out of your life forever. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I don't know. In other news,
let's get to it.
It's a story. It's a story about some conjoined twins. They are. It's like basically it's one body with two heads. You know, they conjoined twins, and only one of them is in a relationship. I'm gonna say it again. It's some conjoined twins. They're one body, two heads. One of them is in a relationship. That relationship progressed to the point where she's married. One of them got married to one dude. The other one is single. One body, two heads, but one of the heads is single. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Homie got a fetish. Homie's on weirdo time. No Diddy. Homie's on weirdo time. You know what I'm saying? Homie's on weirdo time because if they both conjoined at the head, that means when he bop, the other one gotta watch. What is she gonna do? What's she gonna do? Go sleep? It's the same body. So you just gonna act like you don't feel that. You just gonna sit there like, you just gonna act like you don't feel that. You got a conjoined twin right here. And she's over here giving mad neck. She getting her throat ate up. And you just over like, what? What? Like, is it cheating? Is it cheating if the sister moan? Like, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting there in the coochie, man, and the sister end up moaning, like, like, you know what I mean? How does this work? Because believe it or not, I don't care what nobody say. Every time they have sex, it's a threesome. Every time they have sex, it's a threesome. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Bruh is a weirdo, bruh. Like, where are you at? You in the club. And you just see somebody over with two heads. They bopping, two heads. Hey, where y'all from? They could join twins, bruh. They have two heads. How did you marry one? She got to go to the wedding and everything. Like, she has no choice in this. That's like when the Lakers and the Clippers had to use the same arena. It's my night. Give me my coochie. What is going on? What is going on? Kurt Machiavelli said she be telling the other one, man, act like nothing. Yo, how does this even work, bruh? You got with twins and married. You got with conjoined twins and married one. That's wild, man. Listen. So their names is Abby and Brittany. Abby and Brittany Hensel. They was on Oprah for their TLC reality series. They said Abby, the one named Abby, married an Army veteran named Josh back in 2021. So it said it's called the cephalous conjoined twins, meaning that they share all organs below the waist. They said the wedding video showed he only kissed Abby and said the twins currently work as teachers and have stated in the past they hope to have children one day. Oh, yo, man. Hey, bro. 2 girls, 1 coochie. That's the new that's the new porn coming out. 2 girls, 1 coochie. Yo, that is wild. They are teachers. Like, bro, why don't Listen, I know if I had a teacher with two heads, I was going to prison because the jokes would have came so fast. The jokes would have came so fast. You are in front of kids with two heads. You got one body and two heads. Oh my gosh, bro. That is wild. One of them got married. Like, y'all got the same coochie. What? They said during the wedding he only kissed one. Bruh. That would be so weird to be sitting there getting rode by somebody with two heads and they both just making different facial expressions. Like, bruh. I can't do it, bruh. Bro, what? Like, I don't understand it, dog. I don't understand it, man. What if he get the twins pregnant? Like, is it double child support? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Does it count as one? You know what I mean? Like, you had a baby by both of them. You know? Listen, like I said, I am a level 1 freak. You know, some big titties and a big butt to do it for me. That's it. I don't need much of nothing else. I don't need no extra. You ain't got to wear no leather. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do none of that extra. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm a simple man. Bro's on some different type of time, man. Salute to him though. Bro know what he want. You know what I mean? Because we all know somebody. We all know somebody that will take anything down. We all got a homie in the crew. It don't matter where we at. He sees something across the room. It could be a gargoyle over. He gonna take it down. You already know. Already know. So I can see one of the homies just being like, hey, you know, I'll be back, bro. Like, I got both of them sucking my dick. I got both of them. That's nasty time, bro. Oh, man. What else we got?
Let's get to it.
We got a bunch of people mad at comedian Chris D'Elia. Chris D'Elia is a comedian out of LA. I seen him live once, man. I think dude's hilarious. And he has a way of it's like a jock kind of what is it? Like a confident jock kind of style of telling jokes. But he said a joke about Atlanta and how many black people's in Atlanta. And a lot of people got offended, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, I didn't take it the wrong way. Like, it was funny because it was a genuine reaction from a white person. You know what I'm saying? But check this out, man. Listen to this shit.
Atlanta's the only city where you realize how many black people are there. Not that there's more black people there. They're wearing everything and
That's all he said on a podcast. That's all he said, right? And to me, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. It is people like, I don't like the fact that people was in the background laughing. Bruh, y'all are the people who still mad that slavery existed. Like, it's always people that's mad that slavery existed still. Like, bruh, you've never experienced slavery, but my ancestors, you never met those people before. Why are you still mad today about what happened 400 years ago? I ain't telling you to not be aware of what happened 400 years ago, but I'm saying to have an angry bone in your body about that today. knowing it's nothing you can do about it, is just asinine to me. That is wasted energy. That is wasted energy to me. Like, like, our forefathers was picking cotton, so I ain't gonna let nobody and I don't understand because I ain't gonna go for that when somebody, bruh. First of all, you knew the man was joking, and he didn't say nothing but an observation. I didn't realize how many black people was there. First of all, coming from a white dude, and it being Atlanta, is 90% black people. That's funny. In LA, you're gonna see white people all the time, but in Atlanta, it's black people everywhere. At the hotel, at the gas station, driving Uber, it's black people everywhere. And then he said they just be wearing everything. Because you see, in Atlanta, they gonna dress. That's hilarious. It was people in them comments so offended, they didn't know what to do with themselves. Hilarious. I was just like, bro, I don't know what people tripping off of. Like, y'all so butthurt about, y'all want to just be mad at everything. Like, I'm rolling right now. You know what I mean? But hey, that's just me. It is what it is. I thought it was hilarious. Chris D'Elia, that was funny to me. I still laugh when I could watch it and laugh again. Like,
only city where you realize how many black people are there.
everybody's laughing because they didn't expect him to say that. Like,
not
they didn't
that
have
there's
any-
more black people there. They're wearing everything and
That's hilarious. I don't care what nobody say. That is funny. That is funny, man. All right, man. Before we get out here, man, what I want to talk about? I want to talk about all the comedians beefing in comedy and where it's starting to go now, right? Ever since Cat Williams did his interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay, it seems like all the comedians do now is get on podcasts and then speak their dislikes about other comedians. Now, what the public is realizing is that this is the dysfunctionality that exists in stand-up comedy. It's always been there, but it's now being publicized. The thing about it being publicized is they're seeing the faces of people that we deem successful, people that we deem have made it. They're the ones with the most issues. And the reason that they're able to have these issues and sustain them for as long as they do is simply because they have the money to. They don't have to see this person ever again because they can earn money in venues and places that the other person is not at. Like, they to the point now, man, they so far gone that they'll turn down $25,000 just because somebody they don't like is on the show. Like, did you forget what it felt like when you earned your first $5,000 from comedy? Did you forget what it felt like when you earned your first $1,000 from comedy? The reason why you don't never hear about that on the lower ranks of comedians, because they still broke. So no matter how much I don't like this guy, I'm not turning down this money just because he's on the show. We ain't got to speak to each other, but we gonna do this show. See what I'm saying? What's happening is, comedy has always been kind of a catty sport. It's the only thing that I've noticed that growth makes other people feel like they're not growing. Like, if you grow, other people will feel like that's a knock to what they have going on. Being a comedian and trying to meet new comics is like going to a park and everybody's hooping on the court and you walk up and say, yo, I got next. And everybody just look you up and down because they don't know if you can hoop or not. That's how being a comedian is. You walk into a comedy club and go in the green room and introduce yourself, they'll look you up and down as if you ain't funny. And it's like, damn, you so good at telling jokes that you don't think that nobody else can tell a joke as good as you. You know what I mean? This is what exists in comedy. I'm talking about comedians got to realize that it is enough of success to go around for everybody. But they don't see it that way. They be gatekeeping. It's crews. It's crews of people that will basically stick together and make sure that don't nobody get the opportunities that they get, because they think if they give somebody an opportunity, then that takes away from the opportunities that they'll get. Not knowing that this stuff might come around full circle and the person you put on might blow out the roof and change your life forever. You just never know, you know? And comedy's that kind of sport right now. It's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people that don't like to see others win, you know? I've experienced it a few times. I'm not gonna say where I experienced it at, because I don't want to put that in the atmosphere, but it's like I've been a part of things where we are being broadcast in front of millions of people and everybody was trying to minimize each other as if they wasn't funny. Like if you joking on each other, then I don't want to laugh at your joke because I don't want it to make it seem like you got off on me, instead of laughing at the joke and just coming back with your own. You know what I'm saying? Like I've experienced this in real time. I've experienced people that looked me up and down and said, "Are you funny?" And I was like, "Would I be here if I wasn't?" You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a real thing that exists. Like, it's comedians out there that rejoice when other comedians do bad. They call it bombing. When you get on stage and your set don't go well, they say you bombed. It's comedians that rejoice when other comedians bomb. I'm talking about like call each other, group chat. Man, you know so-and-so bombed at the Funny Bone. And it's like, I've never been that type of person because I think the best of everybody, bro. Like, maybe that's a character flaw of my own, but I think the best of every comedian that I meet. I'm different. I meet some comedians, man, and I follow them on social media and I like the content and, vice versa and whatever, because I want to see people win. You got these other comedians, they don't think like that. You win, that's almost like you spitting in their face if you win. For real. I'm talking about it's almost like in comedy, you see the people that's out there hitting the stages. And then you'll see other people that's like hitting stages here and there, but you don't see them on the stages that those people be on, because they have the connections and they have the opportunities to put that person in position, but they choose not to because they're afraid that if I put this person in position, then that takes me out of position. And I don't think it works that way. I don't think it really works that way. And what y'all seeing on Club Shay Shay and all these people arguing with each other is a bunch of rich people who've became spoiled, almost like spoiled little brats, because the stuff that they're arguing about makes no sense. It's like if you tell them that, they'll get offended, but it's true. This is not what you in comedy for, to just sit here and argue with this person because they got paid more than you did on the show and da-da-da-da-da and this, that, and the third. And it's like, bro, people be talking about they stole my joke and they did this and they did, bro. I'm here to tell jokes. I think the best of everybody. And I take high offense to somebody who's trying to do anything else besides tell jokes. That's why I don't be hanging with a bunch of comedians. Like, I got comedians like that, this family, but I mean, just a bunch of random comedians. I don't do that. I don't do that because they start wanting to know they start talking about what the other comedian made and how many times they got booked by this club and they ain't got booked by this club. And you know what I mean? When my homies in the comedy game win, I'll be happy like I won, because that lets me know that it's possible. I got homies right now that's living the dream. I got homies that's millionaires. I could call them right now. But the fact is, their success is not my success. People just think you could call and be like, "Hey, yo, man, yeah, man, put me on this show and do this." It don't work like that. Because guess what? Just like I got a crew of people that I came up with, they do too. So who you think they're going to put on first? Now, if you call me and do it on your own time, then that's different. But if you don't, I'm not taking offense to it. You know what I mean? So I think the only way that these comedians are going to stop doing this Like, the only way that these comedians are going to stop doing this is if y'all, as in the public, stop paying attention to it. These back and forths make no sense. Because basically, you got people that y'all arguing about stuff that ain't in our tax bracket. We got real world problems going on right now. And y'all arguing about making $25,000 on a show. Bruh, we can't relate. And I say we because I'm still on that civilian level. I make hobby money. You know what I'm saying? I make hobby money. These guys is making yearly salaries in 4 days. They spend a weekend and make a yearly salary. And they do this 30 to 40 weeks out of the year. Every year. And been doing it for 15 plus. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people who always arguing and bickering with each other. You know what I mean? On the lower levels, it's just a bunch of people that, like on my level, it's people that the only reason they have attitudes and they upset is because they know that they're being lazy and they watching opportunities passing by. When I won that second comedian of the year at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards, a couple people told me that comedians was mad at me. They weren't mad at me, but they was mad at the fact that I got it for a second time. But then the people who had something to do with it was like, what did you do better? What did you do better than him? Like, what accolades did you have, or what did you accomplish this year that made you deserve the award over him? It ain't about talent. It's about working, you know? Johnny said, that actually works for almost everything people are trying to get a bag for, meaning whatever kind of talent you have and trying to monetize podcasts, barbers, cooking, clothing lines, artists, etc. Yeah, that's true. I mean, but just in the comedy space, man, we starting to get all of these people exposed to what it is that we do as comedians, and you starting to get this one-on-one conversation with them via podcast. And what's starting to happen is people's formulating opinions just based off of who they like more. Not because a person's talented or a person does it. It's like people are dissing Godfrey. People are dissing Godfrey because they like Country Wayne. But Godfrey didn't diss Country Wayne. It's just Country Wayne took it the wrong way. And now they having a back and forth. But you stepping in the comments and you dissing Godfrey on the behalf of somebody that you never even met. But these are problems out of my tax bracket, so I can't relate. I'm not going to argue with nobody on no stage, about no stage time, none of that. That's why I'm glad that I came up. I'm glad I came up the way that I did in comedy in Kentucky, because we don't operate like other larger cities. Like larger cities, New York, Chicago, LA, you know what I mean? Atlanta, they do guest sets. A guest set is basically where they let you, just get some time on stage. Come do 5 minutes. It's a sold out room. Come do 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Get your stuff off. You know what I mean? Preacher Lawson did it for me in town. But in Atlanta, I'm trying to, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. So, I'm in Atlanta, and I'm at Uptown Comedy Club, something like that. This is years ago. And I'm sitting there, and it's a headliner, it's a feature act, and it's a host, right? It's a headliner, 2 feature acts, and a host. And I'm sitting here looking in the green room. It is 8 people that's trying to get on stage. They asking for a guest set. And I can see the headliner dude, he don't want to disappoint nobody. So he's kind of like, man, yeah, I already let Woonty Woomp on, and I let so-and-so on, so I can't put nobody else on there. Like, oh man. But I watched 8 people come up and ask to get a guest set. And I'm like, I'm not willing to like really go through all that. Not that I'm too good, but I'm saying it's like, bro, like, I ain't come up that way. Like, when I do shows, it's like, cause I'm supposed to be on the show. I'm not above a guest set, but I'm not going to sit here and beg amongst 8 people if I can get on stage. Pick me. Nah, I'm good. Y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? But the comedy game is different. I think the comedy game, it's more comedians than it is rappers. I'm gonna tell you, it's more comedians than it is rappers because, you know, you can get on way more comedy shows than you can rap shows. You see what I'm saying? If you look around your city, it's way more comedy shows than it is rap shows. That's why I say it's more comedians than it is rappers. And the thing what I'm getting to, my point in all of this is comedians beef with each other and they forget that that's just being competitive. They don't know how to be competitive because they turn it into something negative. Like, I can want to have the best set of the night. If I get on stage, I want to be the best performer of the night. That doesn't mean that I want you to be the worst. I just want to do my best. And these larger comedians, they don't see it no more. I want to be the man because, you know, you start getting spoon-fed. When I get these headlining gigs, man, sometimes, man, they treat you like a king, bro. You get a whole suite to yourself. You in a city you don't know nothing about, you get a whole suite to yourself. You get to the club, you can eat whatever you want, you can drink whatever you want, all the amenities are afforded to you. You know what I'm saying? They treat you like a king. So for these big name comedians that fill out riders are basically everything that you need in your green room before you get there. A list of everything you need. I need sandwiches cut in triangles. I need grapes. I need spring water with this particular brand. Like, that's a rider. You fill out this form and you know what I mean? And that's what they get so used to, that years and years and years and years, that it becomes an uppity thing now. So I don't want to play second fiddle to somebody because I've been the man for so long. I'm not playing second fiddle to nobody. You know what I mean? That's why if we stop paying it so much attention, it'll die back down and it'll be some normalcy in comedy again, because the beef is not the good recognition that we need. You know what I'm saying? That's not it, you know? So I don't know. That's just me, you know? That's just my thoughts on it. All I know is if you see me, you know what I mean, on the marquee, on the flyer, you know what I'm saying, pull up. That's all I'm asking. And
Oh my God. Oh my God.
this just in, breaking news. Alabama shocks UNC.
Oh my God.
Alabama just knocked North Carolina out of the tournament. Yes, Lord. So now all the North Carolina fans can shut up and join us, Kentucky, on the couch. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Diddy had me Diddy had me long-winded. It was so much to cover, you know, with the whole Diddy setup, man. And you know, I do want to acknowledge something, man. This particular podcast is podcast number 40. You know what I mean? I wish I could have did something big, but you know, I do all of this alone. I do this all by myself. You know what I'm saying? From setup to breakdown to, you know, everything, the equipment, I buy it, everything you see, I've funded and done alone. And, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, as a single father to, you know, put a whole lot of time into this, you know what I mean? But I do want to let y'all know that, you know, this 40th episode is special, man, because, you know, when I started, man, you know, I started with the homies. Shout out to Sleazy and Goo. And, you know, life, they both fathers and they both have lives and jobs and, you know, things like that. And they couldn't swing it, you know. And I had a decision to make to either stop or keep going. And this felt too familiar because I was a part of Straight Trippin' Radio, and Straight Trippin' Radio was basically a podcast before podcast. And we had 1,500 listeners an episode. You know, it wasn't even on iTunes or nothing. This was just over the phone. You call a number, you push one and you talk, or you call the number and you just sit and listen. And we had it sold up doing that. And but you had to pay to do it. And it started becoming kind of expensive because, you know, they had lives and jobs and responsibilities and we couldn't keep it going. So I stopped and I quit because they couldn't keep it going. you know, and it's no knock to them because it is what it is. But this, you know, I learned from that to continue this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what y'all don't realize is after I get done with this, I kind of export the stuff and get stuff uploaded to the thing. I don't leave here till probably 2:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? After I get done with this podcast, I got to break everything down and, you know, whatever. But I'm dedicated to do it. And I just appreciate y'all rocking with me every episode. You know what I'm saying? And you know, keeping this thing going because literally without y'all, I wouldn't be able to, you know, do this. You know, so I just want to tell you that I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? And you know, it can't do nothing but get greater. And you know, it can't do nothing but get better because it's like then, you know, once it flows and it just becomes its own entity, then you know, people's gonna jump on the bandwagon. But you know, we're gonna have our, you know, our Areola Roller Coaster podcast day ones. You know what I mean? That's been on deck when it was, you know what I mean? When we was in the grassroots of it, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is episode 40. You know what I mean? I done did this 40 times, bro. Dolo. Like literally. I'm not at the crib. I'm across the town. I'm across town. You know what I mean? Like this is effort and work. This ain't no easy peasy, nothing like that. This is real work. You know what I mean? I prep for the show. You know what I mean? I be prepping all week, just trying to find stuff to talk about, topics, you know, this, that, and the third. Like I put a whole lot into it, man. And y'all give a whole lot back just by simply listening, man. So, you know, I appreciate y'all for that, man. And Johnny, man, I appreciate you. Said big props to you, big dog. You've been one of my favorite comedians since day one, seeing the NBA shoe roast. Yeah, day one, man. Way back when the shoe roast was at their height. When the shoe roast was at their height, bro. Like that was you was in the mix. You know what I mean? And that's another part of the comedy play that I was talking about. It's like you got people that have the talent to be as equal as people that's making it. But at the same time, it's almost like an athlete. All it takes is one small thing to knock you off to knock you off your pillar, and you have to start all the way over. You know what I'm saying? Well, whatever it is that you do. And unfortunately, in this game of the internet and content, you know, it's people that work hard to make sure that you don't thrive in these environments. You know what I'm saying? They secretly report your stuff. They secretly try to get your page deleted. They secretly, you know, get you blocked and, you know, all that kind of stuff, man. So, you know, just know that I'm out here grinding, man. And, you know, I'm fully willing to go the route alone, man. I put a lot of time into this. And like I said, when Sleazy and Goo decided to go another direction, you know, I didn't want to end the show after just now, you know what I mean, locking in with y'all and kind of getting people used to this form of entertainment that we build. You know what I mean? So I ain't even, you know, I wasn't gonna do it this time. And for myself, I'm a competitive person myself, and I didn't feel like I needed to give up. You know what I mean? So, you know, definitely keeping it going, and you know, it ain't gonna stop. And I will tell you next week. Next week I won't be. It won't be a podcast next week. I'll be out of town. I'll be out of town next week, but you know, the week after that, we back. You know what I mean, for episode 41. And September 6th, put it in your calendar. September 6th, Asheville, North Carolina. The Afro Lasher Comedy Collective, which I'm a part of, 8 headliners. We coming to Asheville, North Carolina. I don't remember where the place is at, but you know, we got time. At September 6th. And I just want to put that in the atmosphere for anybody that's in, you know, North Carolina or, you know, near Asheville, you know, pull up, you know what I mean? And yeah. Lee Lillian, what up, though? Said the Silent Shoe roast, the Daniel Cameron roast. Listen, bro, I got some fire roasts out there, bro. Like I got heat, and all of it, like majority of my roasts are on a hard drive. You know, I saved them. I got the Kobe Bryant roast. I got the China from WWF. I got that roast. I got the ugly Papito roast. All the roasts that YouTube deleted, I got on the hard drive. I got all of those on deck, bro. Like the way back roasts, man. You know what I mean? Before all of that, before Just Hilarious and all of them was doing it. I was you know what I mean, was cooking. You know what I mean? So again, I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? This is episode 40. You know what I mean? I enjoyed you guys. You know what I mean? Again, I will tell you that, you know, the numbers are increasing of live listeners. And I appreciate y'all, man. If y'all not following me on YouTube, Starks TV1. And if you ain't following me on Facebook, Comedian Larry Starks on Facebook. That's my most active page. That's where everybody from all over is on the page. And that's the one you can have fun with because you'll get to meet more people. You know what I mean? So Comedian Larry Starks on Facebook and Starks TV1 on YouTube, man. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way, anytime I post, you'll get a notification for it. You know what I mean? So with that said, man, let's go and get to it, man, so we can get up out of there. Yeah. If you can't name my hoes, then don't say I got them. These are in the merch store, man. Get you one. If you can't name my hoes, then don't say I got them. Yeah, if you can't name my hoes, then don't say I got them. See a young hoe and then I say I got her. And I ain't talking about young in age. I'm talking about young and paid. I'm talking about, living tailor-made. I'm talking about flying in the skies, trying to get this motherfucking money so brave. Like Atlanta, understand I got stamina, god damn it. I freestyle every episode. You know, I'm trying to get 1 million records, so yeah, I'm ready to go. Like a Wanda or Shanae. But I'm lying, that's for play. But shout out to the gods. It's your boy Young Starks, man. You know who I are. I'm from Kentucky, my dog. You know how I do, man. I'm really Young Starks. It's like, I can't believe we got this far. 40 episodes, man. You know how I go. I ain't even playing, man. You know that I'm a pro. And I go to the store and buy me a photo of straight water. Cause I don't drink that beer. Young Steezy, I do what I do. I might hit a deer. And I ain't talking about with a car. I'm talking about with these. Young Steezy, I freestyle and I do it with ease. Got a little gray on my beard. The girls say they like that. But I'm cool. I might diet and get the shit right black. I'm just kicking the shit. 40 episodes in, man, and we never gonna quit. You dig? I appreciate everybody, man. This is the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. Episode 40, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I appreciate y'all for believing in me, man. I appreciate y'all for even interacting with me, man. It means more than you know. You dig? So when we grow, we grow. You know what I mean? For sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.